Good morning, campers. Happy Thursday. I just did a quick video about how to know is someone your twin flame. I know we go through this so much. I have so much content about this. I have so much content about this on my YouTube because here on my TikTok, I do daily readings. Daily content, but whenever something is specifically about a certain spiritual soul bond, right, twin flame, soulmates, karmic, or concepts, I usually upload this to my YouTube because you can better organize in like playlists and categories. So you can find a lot of that content. But recently I received few messages from some of you, either those of you who watch me, or you maybe found my channel, that that you cannot figure this out, that feel like you're connected to someone and that you cannot figure this out. And it's funny because I recently saw in an old acquaintance and a friend, so someone who's I'm very friendly with this person, but we don't see each other a lot. And she mentioned to me that she met someone, and the moment I mentioned that I was a spiritual teacher and that I actually specialize in soul bonds and twin flames, she mentioned that, oh, she thinks this person, it's it. And I always say this to you guys: I'm very careful, because until someone actually comes to me on session to sit down for me to tap into their energy, I'm very careful with what I say. But I've had many messages like this in recent times. So I've done a little video with an exercise. I'm going to post it later today. I have a session in a moment, so I'll post it maybe in the afternoon. And what I wanted to mention is, I know it's difficult because there's two reasons it's difficult to know. First of all, in initial stages, whether you are on a twin flame journey or a very intense karmic, that sometimes some people call a karmic catalyst, right? So the karmic that is meant to awaken something within you, or get you out of a karmic situation, a karmic to push another karmic, right? It's very intense, and it's a very intense connection as well. It can cause very intense feelings that feel almost spiritual. It feels like you're connected telepathically to this person. You think of something, they think of something, something happens in your life, they experience similar thing. So it can be very confusing, especially if you go online and you start finding content that is either, I always say this, it's either completely false or it's just incomplete, and treats this connection on a surface level. Because yes, granted, us twins, we have incredible bond with our counterpart. We're telepathically connected, we're always connected through red threads, but it's just so different. It's just so different. And sometimes some people will just need time to figure out that is not it's not it. And how it is romanticized online, this journey, it makes people want it, because people say, oh, it's another half of your soul, you're connected telepathically, you have this spiritual bond, and it's just the love like no other, and the intimacy, the connection. It's all true, it's all true. But there's a little star with like a little writing that it is pain, it is awakening, it is dark nights of the soul, it is healing on a level of a soul, this lifetime, past lifetimes, all your traumas. So it's not as, sorry, I'm shaking, it's not as colorful as people. It's wonderful, it's a gift, but it turns your life into something completely different that most people live and most people experiences. But what I wanted to mention here today, as I ramble, is that I have one more way for you to know, and it's actually the best way. But I'm always reluctant to share this because many women, it's especially women, especially feminists, because the masculine in the beginning of this journey, and that's another indication. If you are actually connected to someone and you're talking to each other, oh, you're my twin flame, and they're like, yeah, 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 it's probably not it, because our true twin flame masculines, they're in a complete spiritual denial. And as much as the bubble phase for some can last months, and they can be, during those first weeks or maximum months, they can be invested in that relationship before they actually run away and escape and go under a veil of avoidance. They never admit, they usually never admit that spiritual aspect, because they deeply rooted in the physical matrix, right, in an illusion of the physical world. So it's usually the females that get obsessed, that get confused. It's the ladies, and we also have this natural pull towards spirituality and deeper connections within us, so we see things that are not there. But I wanted to mention that one way that you can always know, but like I said, if you're very much in the beginning of this journey, you have to be really, really honest with yourself, really blunt with yourself, because many women, when they are in limerence, right, and when they are obsessing with a karmic connection, they will make this fit. And I see this a lot in my collective readings. That's why my collective readings are so long. That's why I always say, take a deep breath. How are you feeling? I check your feelings so you know this is your collective. And that's why I always say, if you're truly struggling, come on one-on-one session, right? Don't rely on collectives. That's not the purpose of collectives, really. But the way how you know is from the moment you are activated to this journey. So from the moment your masculine lays eyes on you, right? It is always them. They find us, they lay eyes on us. It's the first table turn that happens very quickly. And I mentioned this in my masterclass. From this moment, when you are activated to each other's energies, there's a soul recognition that happens within you. This person is with you all the time. They don't go away. Okay, they don't go away. And I mentioned this weeks or months ago in one of my videos, and someone asked me, how do you know that this is, that, and it's not limerence, right? So when I say that they're with you all the time, I don't mean that on a mind level. I don't mean that you think about them all the time. I don't mean that you think about them in the morning and you think about them at night. What I mean is that their energetic imprint that you've recognized in that soul recognition is always with you in a room. It's like part of their energy body is with you in a room. So you can wake up in the middle of the night. It's like they're there. It's like they're there. It's not even thinking. It's not on the level of the mind that you think about them. It's like, they're there. You feel like they were watching you, like they were in a room physically, right? So it's not when you wake up, it's not when you go to bed, when you engage in thinking. You fix yourself breakfast, you go to a shower, you go to the bathroom, you go to work, you meet your friends, you can even be with other people, because you know that masculines engage in other relationships on this journey. Feminines, for most part, especially farther along the way, the journey, but most of us, I find from the beginning, we embark on a journey of celibacy, which is also another indication. And I say this to you all the time: if you're in a relationship with someone else, it's not it's not it, because you immediately, it's like you're repelled from other men, right? And yes, some women farther along the way, the journey, they have this the Lulu thing of coming from their ego, I want a soulmate, and I talk about this a lot. But most of us, it's like it feels like we're cheating, right, whenever we are trying to engage with another man, especially in the beginning. But again, when I say that they are with you, I mean that their energy doesn't go away ever. So this is where you have to ask yourself, am I just thinking about this person? I'm engaging in an act of thinking because I'm obsessing. So I'm thinking, where are they? What are they doing? Are they thinking about me? And yes, with your twin in the beginning, you're going to be thinking as well, but they will be there. No matter what you do, it feels like they're sitting here on this couch, they're sitting here on my bed, they're lying with me on my bed. Their energetic imprint is with me all the time. All the time. No matter where I go, no matter what I do, am I happy, I'm sad, I'm joyful, whatever I'm going through, they're with you all the time. It's like their energy body, part of their energy body, again, is floating next to you. You feel them. And it's not just momentarily in a sense of I thought of them, so it's like I was dreaming about them and I literally felt like they're kissing me, because it happens with karmics as well, that like they awaken. Many women who are in a karmic relationship, that through social conditioning they refuse to leave that relationship, right? You are faced with a karmic that awakens your sexuality. So you're faced with someone, because in that karmic relationship, when we refuse to leave a karmic relationship on another cycle and we're being pushed to do it, our soul, that is a spirit that is in our body, it starts to sort of go into rebel, and it locks the body. You no longer even want to be with this person. You don't want to be intimate with this person. But for social conditioning, fear, you're refusing to leave. What will people say? What will my family say? I will hurt this person. We've been together for so long. Maybe there's some financial matters as well between the two of you. So they usually, universe, it's like your backup plan. It's a backup plan of your higher self. You had a soul contract that they will send you a karmic that you will have very intense connection with. Intimate attraction, physical attraction. They will ignite your body. They will ignite your feminine body, because for feminine energy, for us women, it's so incredibly important to feel that body. We express ourselves through sexuality. Our sexuality is our creativity, and feminine power is creative power, right? So when we numb that, we numb our femininity, we numb our purpose. So universe gets really upset. So they're going to send you someone who will awaken that and be like, no, it wasn't my fault in that other relationship. I still have it. It's in me. It's a power. It's a life force energy that lives within me, comes through my womb, right? So they will send you someone that you will feel like you connect with this person, that you feel them and they feel you, my body to your body, and they said something and the sound of their voice causes the vibration in your body, and so on and so forth, right? But this is it. You have to ask yourself, because true twin, again, I've done a lot of content about this. If you're really thinking, go to that masterclass, watch out for that video that I'm going to post today, and then go to my masterclass on my YouTube. Episode 4 talks about how to know is this your twin. But the one thing that I never mention, again, because people take it and confuse it, is that they never go away. It never goes away. Years can go by, because in separation is given to twin flame journey. Okay, no twin flame can ever be twin flames and get into union without separation. Minimum 2 years, on average 3 to 4 years, right, of separation. When we completely don't see each other, don't speak to each other. Some masculines, check in and out, and it will depend. You may even see this person once. It will depend an individual pairing. But separation is given, and as years go by in this separation, and you change, you grow, you experience different things, you find yourself, you find your path, you're aligned with your purpose, your mission, it doesn't go away. The intensity doesn't go away. This person is always with you in the room, with your mind's eye, with your third eye. You always see them. Not because you think of them, not because you miss them. As you heal as feminine, the longing goes away, the missing goes away. Yes, you miss them as a life companion, right? But the overwhelm of the emotion that is triggering that thinking and that limerence goes away. It's just that they're there. They're there. It's not going away. It doesn't matter whether you see them in real life, you follow them on social. Most feminists don't. I talk about this all the time. Most feminists, we stop following them. We don't look at, because we detach from what happens in the 3D world. We know that we lead the way in 5D, and 3D is their dominion. So when they're ready, they will come for us. right? Wherever we are, you can be in freaking Argentina. It doesn't matter. He will find you. He will claim you when he's ready in his true masculine power. Just like we raise into the ultimate divine feminine, they will rise into their ultimate strong divine masculine who leads this world. He will find you. There's no place you can hide, right? So when that, again, it doesn't go away. And that's how you know that it's not a karmic, because it's not something that you want. It's not something that ignites your body. The more you heal, you realize that it's just an extension of your soul. And even if maybe your soul decided not to, get into union for a very long time, my ultimate truth, right? But it's just an extension of your soul. So they're always there. It's like when you heal, you start to understand that you have your spirit, you have your physical body, and you have your energy body, right? And your energy body extends a little bit away from your around your physical body, right? And it's very sticky, and you can extend it farther, as all the exercises that I give you to train with your energy. It's like an extension of you. It's like the part of your energy body extended and connected through that red thread. It's him. He's always there. He's always with you. And you are always with him, always. Always. They think it's obsession. They think, they don't understand that it's so incredibly painful for the masculines, because they have karmic contracts. They have to engage with, to break karmic contracts patterns. They engage with other women. It's part of their journey. They have to do it. And, I have huge admiration to souls of our divine masculines who decided to do this, because you have to engage with another woman, with karmic connections, with shallow connections, yet the energy of your divine feminine is always with you. It's like we're watching. Can you imagine that? How painful that is? It's horrible. I'm going to start crying for our masculines. It's horrible. It's so difficult for them. That's why I get so upset. And I always say this to you guys, with the feminists that are sitting in a place of ego, and he's behind, he's this, he's that. He agreed to this. I would never want to do this. I would always say, oh my God, my masculine, he's so strong. I would never, I'm sure that before we incarnated, I was like, you got to do this. You got to be masculine, because I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. It's so hard. It's so hard to then forgive yourself, to move on, to step into, that power. And yeah, so that's how you know. That's how you know that it never goes away from the moment it's activated. It's, what? It's like with these, it just came to my mind. It's like with these drawings that they tell you, do you see? It's like, it seems like it's nothing. And they say to you, whether you see this or that first, right? Do you know what I'm talking about? So once you see that thing, you cannot unsee it. Once you see something, you cannot unsee it. Once you felt his frequency, once you felt his energy, it's always with you. It's always with you, 24/7, every breath you take. And also with twins, it's funny that all our lives, most of us experience this, that we feel this, there's something missing, that we're looking for something, that there's something missing in our existence. It's like we know that there's the other part of us somewhere out there living. But again, it's something that people can think from a place of ego, right? So it's tricky. But the moment you get activated and you feel this, for a moment, even that you forget about this later, but for a moment during activation, you have that moment like, whoop, I'm whole. This is it. And then you go, under a veil of avoidance, and you under a veil of pain as a feminine. But for that moment, as you activate, that's something that was missing. That's something that you were looking for. You look at this other person through the gate, the eyes, the gate to their soul. And it's like, that's it. And it never, it's always with you. Now you're whole. Okay. So it never goes away. Years can go by, 5, 10, 20, however years you're meant to be in separation. It never, ever goes away.